Hello, class of 2020. In the history of Golder College Prep, there have been 9 graduating classes. Without a doubt, the class of 2020 will go down as the most memorable graduating class in the history of our school. I wanted to, on behalf of our Golder community, wanted to thank you so much for your patience and your grace as you essentially graduated high school during a pandemic, which none of us could have predicted. And although we did not get to have an in-person graduation where you're able to sit shoulder to shoulder with your friends for the last time, I still wanted to make sure that I could have a couple last words with you. So the last 4 years, you've experienced it all. You've had LaSalle, you've had mandatory office hours, you've had detention, you've had other things that we did in order to get you exactly to this point that you're in right now as graduates. I know some of you are extremely excited that your Golder career is over, and some of you are also sad. But I hope that the lessons that we try to instill upon you over the last 4 years stick with you for a lifetime. Yes, there are no more demerits, but really we're trying to push you to have accountability. Yes, there's no more office hours, but we are trying to get you to focus on you set a goal, and that was graduating high school and getting into college, and going office hours is a way for you to do that. The goals that you have, we want to essentially always be co-partners with you. In the last 4 years, we hope that you've essentially been able to make new friends, have great relationships with people of different backgrounds with you, as well as have the amazing ability to set ambitious goals and achieve them. Those things that you learned in the last 4 years will be essentially be able to carry you through the next 40 years. We're extremely proud of you. Just want to make sure that you always know that you are a graduate of Golder, and we want to make sure that Golder is always a home for you. So any resource that we have that can make your next journey great and successful, please feel free to reach out to us because we will always be here for you. Congratulations again to class of 2020, the most memorable class in the history of Golder College Prep. We wish you well.
I just want to start out by saying hello to all my classmates from the class of 2020. We have finally arrived at the moment that we have been waiting for 4 long years. Yet, our graduation seems really unimportant when compared to all the events that are happening around us. The Declaration of Independence states that we hold unalienable rights such as life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. In light of the recent events, though, it appears that slowly these rights are being treated as options. We are entitled to those rights, but we are also entitled to change the way this country is run if we see a problem with it. And obviously, there are many, many problems. Graduating high school seems like it will be just a blip as we go on with the rest of our lives. However, high school opened the door for what we will be doing in the years to come. We are graduating in tough times, yes, but just remember, tough times make tough people. We will become the generation that creates change in light of the injustices that we see. Whatever paths we may be taking, we will have the power to be the change we have so desperately hoped for. Throughout these last 4 years, we have witnessed changes in each other and in our environment. And we have always found ways to persevere in the face of the challenges that we have encountered. We have created friendships and memories with the people that we came to know these last 4 years. So, to all of you from the class of 2020, I wish you the best of luck in whatever endeavors you will partake in. Just never forget, it is all right to speak out and create the changes that we want. Thank you.
Dear Class of 2020, aka the Kumbaya Clan, as Mr. Van would say, after 4 years of staying up late, finishing homework the period before it was due, or even during passing periods, we can finally say we've made it. No, high school didn't end the way we wanted it to, but I think it's safe to say we had a pretty good run. We started off freshman year, eager to find friends and engage with this new environment. We stepped in advisory, engaged in those awkward icebreakers, and eventually grew comfortable with one another. Those were some of the very first bonds that we built at Golder. Then we began to branch out, engaging with people in band, choir, digital arts, and other classes. Sophomore year, we grew even closer. In English classes with Miss Jernberg, we were forced to work together to earn class points so that we wouldn't have homework on Fridays. And I know you guys remember Miss Trevino's class. Whether you had her as a teacher or just went in her room for office hours, you knew that she didn't play. Yes, world history was a time to learn about major events around the world, but it was also so much more. It was a time that Miss Trevino dedicated for us to learn about each other and ourselves. Then came junior year, and we made it to classes like L6. Now, we all know at the beginning of the school year that man refused to crack a smile. But by the end of the year, he was all smiles and jokes. We even convinced him, Crocker, and countless other teachers to get in the ring at our first ever field day. Then we took the SAT. See, even now, your mind automatically reverts to boom, boom, clap when you hear SAT. It was a stressful time, but we got through it. Finally, we got to senior year. Those first few months, we practically lived in the collegiate room. Half of the time, we were cracking jokes or making fun of our counselors instead of doing our actual work. It was all fun and games until those November 1st deadlines came, and we all had to write like 5 supplemental essays before 11:59 p.m. Even though we missed the last few senior festivities, we've had some pretty good moments, like our girls rugby team winning the championship, boys soccer winning regionals, senior nights, BSU hosting their first ever homecoming and student-teacher basketball game, band and choir concerts, and just being in class with one another, laughing and enjoying each other's presence. I could go on and on about all the wonderful memories we shared in high school, but that'd be enough to write a book. If you haven't noticed by now, the common theme for our class and our generation seems to be unity. Despite our differences, when it was necessary for the common well-being, we were able to come together and utilize our most powerful weapon, our voice. It didn't matter if we were convincing a teacher that we shouldn't have homework or convincing Mr. Gay to do something special for the class of 2020. We stood with each other unapologetically. Over the last few months, there have been many things that have made us uncertain as to what the future holds. But I want you to remember this. We are the generation that is meant to bring about change. In the midst of a global pandemic, we sat through exams, engaged in remote learning to get our grades up, picked up new hobbies, and found new ways to utilize our voice. You know what we didn't do? Give up. We are the ones willing to have tough conversations. We are the future, and you shouldn't take those words lightly. As we go off into our different paths, remember to use your voice. Remember that there is strength in unity. There will be many times in your life when people are going to tell you no, or people are going to doubt your ability to achieve greatness. At that moment, it may hurt. Trust me, I get it. But let that hurt and frustration turn into power. The best thing that you can do to a person that doubts you is prove them wrong, whether that be through words or through action. Whatever doubts you had about your ability to make it, crush them right now. You made it, and it's something to be proud of, and I am truly proud of each and every one of you. As you go off to college, the workforce, or the armed services, I want you to take this with you. If one person fails, the whole group fails. That statement should be your motivation to not only wish success upon yourself, but to be willing to help those around you. Remember those people you fight for. Remember them when you began to have self-doubt or when you began to think that you aren't good enough. In closing, I would like to thank the people that I fight for. My mom, who has shown me to be strong and love unconditionally. My dad, who pushes me to think before I act and to never settle for less. My siblings, who remind me to have fun and to enjoy life. My grandparents and godmom, who support me endlessly. My cousin and guardian angel, whose success paved the way for my own. my friends who supported me even when the crowd didn't, and last but not least, each and every member of the class of 2020 and the Golder community for showing me what it means to be integrated in such a wonderful community. Congratulations, class of 2020. I'm so proud of each and every one of you, and I wish you nothing but the best as you go on to do bigger and better things.
In the midst of this murky, amorphous universe called remote learning, where all the parts of teaching I adore are absent, namely students, discussion, human interaction, and all the parts I dread, technological issues, email correspondence, let's be honest, grading, are ever present, I decided to alleviate some of my newfound frustration by voluntarily becoming a student again myself. I enrolled in a free online course put out by Harvard University on the poet Walt Whitman. My advisees would say, of course you did, Miss Augustini. In addition to once more feeling the thrill of making my own annotations, inferences, and often pretentious pontifications about the written word, I am taking from this course a fascinating new notion of selfhood. Whitman believed that the self wasn't finite, contained, or individualized. Rather, who I am is an amalgamation of the impressions and influences I derive from those around me. Speaking of everyone with whom he interacts on a daily basis, he says, and of these, one and all, I weave the song of myself. This got me thinking that the group of young people with whom I've arguably had the most consistent and thus impactful interactions over the past 4 years is my advisory. And how lucky can one teacher get to weave the song of herself from such beautiful, outspoken, witty, and insightful yarn? From sheer osmosis, this group of young women has molded me in countless ways. They have taught me to boldly address and tend to one's mental health, to maintain selfhood in any relationship, to advocate when one is being overlooked or underserved, to express oneself and one's trauma boldly and eloquently through art, to shrug and say, "It be like that," at the end of a particularly brutal day, to remember that fresh fruit and warm tamales are always the best breakfast on a Monday morning, to, in the most deadpan tone, say, "Bless your heart," when no other form of mockery seems appropriate, and most crucially, to never shy away from reaching for that which you most want out of this one life you've been afforded. While the future of the world itself may hang in the balance, the future of these young women before me is doubtlessly one of determination, spirit, and profound strength. Thank you for these 4 years. I am so much better for simply having known you all.
Hey guys, congratulations on graduating. I'm really proud of you. I'll keep this pretty short and simply pass on a few realities that have helped me experience life in a fuller way. So as you enter the next chapter of your life, whether it's known or unknown, and you feel excitement or dread, I encourage you to find just one thing that resonates with you here and hold on to it. I was really looking forward to standing on a graduation stage and having a shout out our roll call attendance like we have for the last 4 years one more time. But we're not ending our high school experience in the expected way or in the way that we would have chosen. Just like this pandemic and how it took from you. In your life, you already have or will experience unexpected and unwanted turbulence, change, or pain. Don't fool yourself that you can only go through this and become stronger or wiser through these hard times. There are so many individuals in our family, our city, our country, our world who have allowed the difficulties of life to harden them and pollute their lives. And in trying to avoid their pain, mindlessly or intentionally pass it on to others. The ability to stay grounded and present with yourself and experience growth through the joyful highs and the painful lows of life will come from deeply knowing who you are and what your values are. Guys, life will assault you, but only you have the agency to define yourself. This is a perpetual journey, so walk it with compassion and patience and surround yourself with people who love you. When the time comes, and it will, remember that the bravest thing that you can say is, I need help. This is not a sign of weakness. It's the strength of refusing to give up. Guys, I've realized that life is a lot like momentum. It can be really easy to coast. So be proactive. In 5 years from now, you will be the same person you are today outside of 3 things: the books you read, the people you invest in and allow to change you, and the experiences you choose to engage in. So, who do you want to be? What kind of life do you want to have? It's your life. Create one that is meaningful and life-giving. If it's not working for you, change it. You have power and agency. In college and in life, sit in the front row. Ask the question. Show up every day and do your best. That really is all any of us can ask of ourselves. So in conclusion, I want you to know more than anything that I believe you, Delino, Jaime, Victor, Patrick, Alex, Jesse, Diego, Luis, Joseph, Julio, Carlos, Ramos, Speedy, Richard, Dago, Christian. I believe you are valuable and of great worth. My greatest wish is that you are able to perpetually realize and believe this for yourself. I am fond of you, and I am really glad to have had this opportunity to be in your life. I'll be here when you need me, or if you just want to say hi. Until then, keep living fully with yourself. Peace.
Ladies, when we walked into advisory in the first day of class and met you for the first time, none of us, yourselves and us included, could have ever imagined what the school year had in store for us.
We thought about the joys of advisory and all the fun girl time we would have together. Some of you might have seen us and thought to yourselves, okay, I can work with this. And perhaps some of you might have thought, oh great, another advisor.
Sometimes we had fun, like when we decided to play Justin Bieber songs, sing along, dance outrageously, much to the despair of the classrooms next to us. And other times we could not wait for advisory to end because we could just not with each other.
Regardless, we planned for months to come, the ones in which we would celebrate you through all the traditional senior events we would normally have, and then our world was turned upside down.
However, if there is something that this life-altering pandemic has taught all of us, is that we can plan as much as we like, with care, detail, and precision, only to have our plans change in a moment.
No one expected that our lives would change so much, so drastically, and so quickly. Yet here we are, and in some ways, we are better for it.
You are smarter, tougher, more patient, and much more resilient than you thought you were.
Be confident that you are equipped with the skills and the grit to comfort head-on the challenges that await you, because there will be more.
Each time that you are met with a difficult situation, be confident that you will overcome it. Estimados padres de familia y seres queridos.
Dear parents and loved ones.
Gracias por confiar en nosotras para cuidar de sus estudiantes y guiarlas.
Thank you for trusting us to care for and guide your students. Estamos agradecidas por la oportunidad de trabajar con ellas.
We are thankful for the opportunity to work with them.
Estamos agradecidas hacia ustedes por haber criado a tan maravillosas personas. And we are thankful to you for having helped raise such wonderful individuals. Ladies, you are well on your way to becoming the people that you are meant to be.
You are a high school graduate and a pandemic survivor. You can do it all. Greatness is in you.
Work hard to let us shine through.
To the Carpenter Advisory. Well, gentlemen, I made it. You can congratulate me later, but believe it or not, I lasted a whole 4 years with all of you without quitting. I'm impressed, and you should be too. Oh wait, sorry, wrong thing. Here we go. Seems like just yesterday, I stood in front of a lot of you and saw innocent, naive, terrified freshman faces. Now look at you. None of those adjectives remain true, especially the innocence part. In all seriousness, I stand in front of you now and I see boys who have grown into young men. I see futures that shine brighter than the sun, and I see individuals who have bettered themselves so they can better their families, friends, and loved ones. Now I realize your senior year has not gone the way you imagined it would at the start, but through great adversity comes great opportunity. You are surrounded by those who love you, those who care about you, and those who want to see you win. Do not let the uncertainty of the world define your senior year. Use it as an opportunity to grow. Here's my final advice to you. Remember who you are, how you got here, and where you came from. Don't change because you're different. Be you. Be who you want to be, because your uniqueness is what makes you, you. Each of you are unique in your own ways, and that's what makes you special. Don't conform because society tells you to. Be bold, but stay humble. Be daring, but remain smart. And be the change the world really needs. Lastly, I leave you with a quote from one of my childhood idols growing up, Kobe Bryant. The most important thing is to try and inspire people so that they can be great in whatever they want to do. So I challenge you to do just that. Remember, I will always be here for you, and I will definitely miss you. I'm excited to see what the future holds for each and every one of you, and I will always be rooting for you. Love you guys. Congratulations.
The members of the Rogers Advisory. I think I'm getting old now. I don't have TikTok. I got Facebook in college when it first came out, and I only got Snapchat because my younger sister told me it was cool. My first cell phone, you could only call and send a few texts, and it had that goofy T9 messaging where if you wanted to type the letter C, you had to press the number 1 3 times. I mention this because in all of my experiences and years, I've never had to deal with a year like the one you're experiencing right now. I don't need to rehash the events that have occurred because, well, you're living through them. But I am here to say you're still standing, and that means something. You, Rogers Advisory, are strong, you are resilient, you are talented, and you're some really good cookie decorators. You have been on a roller coaster journey through high school, starting with several advisors and ending with this virtual graduation. It is certainly not what you expected, it's not what you've been planning for, but you're still standing, you are still strong, and you are better equipped for the challenges that lie ahead. College and life is not easy. However, you've lived a decade of experiences and emotions in the last 3 months that have just expedited preparing you for life ahead, which is also full of experiences and emotions. I know that you will be able to overcome everything headed your way. I believe in you. Your teachers and staff at Golder believe in you. Your family believes in you. But the most important person I hope is believing in you is you. You're the one graduating in a global pandemic. You are defying the odds. You came in and now you're coming out on top. And I know you will continue to do so with whatever comes your way. Best of luck, Rogers Advisory. I will miss you, and don't be a stranger at Golder.
Greetings to the Lurson Miller Gay Hines Advisory.
Hi, gentlemen. we're so proud of you, and we just wanted to take a minute to say thank you for allowing us to be part of your lives, especially myself. I really appreciate you welcoming me into your advisory family this fall. It was such a pleasure getting to know you, and it was really heartwarming to see how compassionate and how much of a family you guys were together, and I always just really, really appreciated that.
When I think about advisory, like the best time as advisory is just like the bond that was built over the last couple of years, in the probably 1.5 to 2 million laughs we had as a group, whether it was about someone's shoes, someone's car, someone getting fired from their job, even when things were actually stressful. It was always one of my favorite things to do every single day. Whenever I see the book, The Power, I will always think of the ways that you guys were willing to do anything in order to not read the book. But I love the fact, essentially, you guys were always willing to stick up for each other. Me and Mrs. Hines wish you well, and we are always here for you. And we just want you guys to keep laughing, because that's just going to be something that's always going to allow you to be able to relax and build community with each other. So congratulations to class of 2020. You will never be replaced in our hearts. We'll love you forever. Thank you.
Congrats.
At least once a week over the past year, I found little notes on my computer backpacking calendar, scribbled in different colored ink and stuck sometimes in places for me to find later. The following is what I would read, sometimes as soon as the bell rang for first period, after I could tell the girls thank you or smile at them, sometimes after sitting down for lunch, throwing my head back in laughter, to no audience. Other times mid-teaching at a moment where the words gave me a little kick in the behind. Keep one thing in mind, I'm a gym teacher. Here are the notes. You shine brighter than the stars and the moon combined. Hopefully you have no weight on your shoulders for next period. Don't fall off a desk today. Hope you have a burpee-full rest of the day. Why was the apple lonely? 'Cause the banana split. Why so serious? Let's put a smile on that face. Be the sun to my shine. You're the best from the West, even though you're from the South. Always remember to step up your game. What has hands but can't clap? I never found the punchline for that one. When feeling stressed out, work your way out. Just keep pushing up. You look snazzy today. Hope your day works out. Stay strong. And my favorite, sorry, we're out of ideas today, but have a good day. Let's just say the advisory gods blessed me up with this group. Most of these were written because the girls could tell something was off. I was, the school was, the world was, something wasn't right. Sometimes they wrote them because it became this funny exchange where I would turn my back, they'd put the note on my breakfast sandwich, then pretend to look away. I would turn around to read it and then shake my head, and they'd all giggle in unison. I tried to return the secret note gesture by buying them donuts on Fridays or other times as a distraction tactic, but it never worked. They always saw right through me, and then made fun of me for thinking I could dupe them. Humor, it has carried us a long way. I know these girls to be funny and extremely restless, and I think there is an importance in this discontent. It's the seed of all creativity. So ladies, know the difference between it and complaining. Complaining is a bad habit, sometimes mistaken for conversation. Channel your discontent, own it, and direct it. Speaking of complaining, there are a lot of things you're going to have to do in the next couple of years. These things are not going to find you. You must go out there and get them. Why? Because, as every mother famously says, I said so. Going to class, studying, hanging with friends, working, checking in with your family, club meetings, attending your professor's office hours, volunteering, partying, sleepless nights, reading, exercising, making new friends. I really hope cleaning your dorm room, and finding the person to talk to about a new job, scholarship, different class, different major, money. Maybe start these conversations with a joke. Here are the sticky notes that I want you to find from me, or perhaps more eloquently written by a famous person, or made up by my family, months from now when you are away from home for the first time and are at an often visited crossroads. Pride still matters. Pain is weakness leaving the body. Help a sister out. We are all responsible for our own thoughts. There ain't no free lunch. Every day we rise new creatures. We cannot be predicted. If you get caught looking in the chicken house, you may as well be in it. Clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose. Have thoughts worth thinking about. The way you do anything is the way you do everything. Chop some wood and the tree will fall. The time is always right to do right. Ladies, you deserve all of it. And whatever it is, deserves all of you. Congratulations.
To my favorite people of all time. We're all confident men ready to lead your own unique paths. What I love most about y'all, and I hope you never lose, is how you all mutually accept one another. Even with all of your extraordinary differences, with such grace. I feel cheated I didn't get my last semester with you. That we didn't have another movie night. That Ramon didn't bring his game system for another Smash Brothers competition. I feel cheated that I didn't learn more about bikes, video games, anime, basketball, music, and cross-country trips to California. I feel cheated that we couldn't discuss issues more. That I didn't listen to you more, as you criticized the world around you. James Baldwin once said about America that he loved it more than any country in the world. And exactly for this reason, he insisted on the right to criticize her perpetually. I feel cheated that I couldn't give you more, even if that was more of an open ear. James Baldwin also stated, and if you didn't realize from all the pictures in our room, I love Baldwin, that the paradox of education is precisely this. That as one begins to become conscious, one begins to examine the society in which he is being educated. Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced. I wish I led you to face more things. I will always be grateful for the time I had with you. For the games we played, for the friendships I saw formed, for the growth I saw in every one of you, Alon, Angelo, Ja, Ramon, Isaiah, Gio, Randy, Jaheen, Israel, Solomon, Vincent, Angel, Davis, Zeke, Juan Vargas, and Jave. I know Jaheen right now would not let me forget those we lost. We are not an advisory who forgets one another or anyone. Thank you, Jaybirds, for always reminding me of this. My last words to you are to be wary of trusting too much into anything. Don't forget things are bought and sold in this country. Always criticize, always use a moral compass, which opposes any side that causes the most pain. And a moral compass that is more concerned for those that need help than those that don't. I will have no memories other than love for all of you. You're clearly at a turning point in history, and you are all just beginning to enter this world. At no other time have we had an opportunity to reimagine society, to use your creativity to change for the better, to get involved in this change, to grow up having taken part in something larger than yourself. Wherever your futures do lead you, I know you will go forward with confidence and, most importantly, with love. I love all of you.
Sunny E. Aguero. Amy Maria Albane. Alan Alba Sanchez. Ana Araceli Alcala. Diego Alaman. Bianca R. Alicia. Angelo T. Anderson. Jean Angelette. Vianney Ariola. Esmeralda Arroyo. Ramon Avila. Delino Badillo. Dalia Ariana Baez. Precious J. Bahena.
I wanted to thank all of my teachers at Golder and my entire family for being such an amazing support system throughout my high school experience, because I couldn't have done anything without you, or gotten as far as I did without you, so thank you.
Jamie E. Banuelos. Victor Barajas, Isaiah Nathaniel Betancourt,
Just wanted to say congratulations, we finally made it, and yeah, this is it.
Rachel G. Bryant, Haley J. Burke, Markeisha J. Burnett, Patrick T. Butcher, Armani A. Caballero, Zianai L. Cabrera, Ureli Canseco, Alexander Carmona, Jesse Antonio Chavez, Christian R. Colon, Diego Cortez, Giovanni N. Cruz.
Thank you, Golder, for everything you've done for me. Thank you to my family. I'm going to miss a lot of people. I'm going to miss a lot of things. And now I look forward to college.
Jocelyn Cuevas, Felix Davila, Jeremiah I. De Leon, Armando Delgado, Evelyn Delgado, Karina Delgado, Leticia Delgado, Luis E. Delgado, Marcos Antonio Delgado, Nayeli Delgado, Sonia Delgado, Destiny Alexandria DeWalt, Hector E. Diaz, Randy Diaz.
Thank you to friends, family, and people at Golden who have helped me become the best of me, and I wish you guys the best of luck in your next chapter of life.
Isaac Espiritu, Benjamin Eustaquio, Alejandro Farina, Sylvia Annette Figueroa.
Hi, class of 2020. This is Sylvia Figueroa, and I want to give a big thank you to my family, friends, and teachers who've helped me get where I am today. I will be attending Lycoming College in the fall.
Yahaira Flores, Jaheen Jahiel Francis, Andrea Galeana, Catherine Galvan.
I want to thank everyone who's helped me through high school. I'm so grateful for your help, and I will be eternally in debt with you, but I'm just glad I'm done with high school.
Christopher Garcia, Ismael Garcia, Israel Garcia, Karina E. Garcia.
Thank you to my family and friends that have helped to support me, and I will be excited to be attending St. Xavier University this fall.
Andrea Gomez, Myri E. Gomez, Donovan J. Gonzalez, Angelica B. Gonzalez, Cecilia L. Gonzalez, Juan H. Gonzalez, Yulisa Gonzalez, Stephanie M. Gutierrez, Joseph J. Guzman, Julio Adrian Guzman, Brianna M. Hernandez, Karina J. Hilario, Kamel E.J. Hill, Bria T. Jackson, Pilar Jimenez, Chloe N. Juarez,
Hi, my name is Chloe Juarez. I am furthering my education at UIC to earn a degree in psychology, and I would like to thank my friends, family, and college counselor for all the support.
Sabino Juarez, Tiana Marie Lawrence, Sofia E. Limas, Tiffany J. Lofton, Stephanie Lopez, Mariah Lizette Machado, Carlos Marquez, Emily M. Martinez, Unique Mariah Martinez, Solomon Rose Mason, Ariana Yovant Mateo,
I want to thank my parents and my family for motivating me and believing in me to be successful, and thanks to all my teachers for helping me through all my 4 years of high school.
River C. McGee, Vincent May, Nairobi Yakubath Mejia, Ledali Rosario Melendez, Jaylene Mercado, Alexis J. Merida, Lachey Mitchell, Dana Larissa Montelongo, Miguel Adrian Moreno Villalobos, Dexter Demetrius Morgan, Jerome David Moyet Nieves, Magali Munoz, Natalia Emily Nunez, Nayeli Irace Nunez, Angie Maricruz Nunez Lopez, Aileen Andrea Perez, Angelica Paulina Ramirez, Jeffrey Ramirez,
Graduating with the boys, you already know what's up. Good luck, everyone.
Luis A. Ramos, Siboney Rebolledo, Kaylin G. Robelli, Joseph Robles, Alexis A. Rodriguez, Eduardo D. Rodriguez, Ashley Denise Rogers, Angel J. Roman, Viorelli Roman, Christopher Romero, Marisol Salazar, Ariel Victoria Sanchez, Margarita A. Sanchez.
Hello, class of 2020. This is Margarita Sanchez, and I would like to say a big thank you to the teachers, staff, family, and friends that helped me and supported me along the way. This fall, I'll be attending the University of Illinois at Chicago.
Jasleen Sandoval, Yaima E. Santiago,
Congratulations, class of 2020. We finally made it. I want to thank everybody who's been supporting me for these past 4 years, especially my little sister who let me leave the light on at night while I was doing my homework. Bye, guys.
Honesty A. Santos, Yamilet Santoyo, Nathaniel Sellers, Christian A. Serrano, Richard Snyder, Davis E. Solis, Ezekiel I. Soto, Alea Larice Stevenson, Dagoberto Tenorio, Aaron J. Thompson.
Class of 2020, we've endured a lot of hardships, but that just shows our drive. The 2020 vision you've given me has allowed me to be successful even during hard times. And for that, I would like to thank my family and everyone at Golder. I can't wait to start college in the fall.
Anna M. Tinoco, Vanessa Tiscareno, Armani K. Tyler, Alan Vargas, Amelia M. Vargas, Christian Vasquez, Daniela S. Vasquez, Elizabeth Vega, Javette Joseph Warner, Taziah Skylar Williams, Kate Yanez,
Class of 2020, congratulations. I could not be more proud of you. Not only did you complete 4 years of high school, which comes with its own unique set of opportunities and challenges, you did so in the midst of something that this country has not seen in over 100 years. Whether you realize it or not, you, the class of 2020, are strong, you are resilient. You are our class of endurers. I stand in awe of you. I really do. And I want you to know that you have the power to do anything. You've already demonstrated that you can do anything. Hold on to that power. You're gonna need it, because I have to be honest with you. life is going to continue to throw you many challenges. There are going to be struggles. There will be moments of self-doubt and insecurity in college and beyond, but that's okay. Remember this moment. Remember everything that you've been through. You can do this. And I also want you to know that you are worthy. You are about to enter classrooms and boardrooms. There are gonna be times when you're gonna be the only one in that room who looks like you, and there'll be other times where you might be surrounded by hundreds who look like you. But regardless, I want you to own your space, own your story, own that seat, and own your destiny. You deserve to be there. Where you might have left our physical buildings several months ago because of this pandemic, know that you never left our hearts. You never left our noble family. And because you're graduating, that doesn't mean that you're leaving our noble family. You will always be here with us. Please don't hesitate to reach out if you need anything whatsoever. We love you. We are so proud of you. I cannot wait to see what the world has in store for you. Congratulations to the class of 2020.